We are back. Thank you guys for joining us. Again, make sure that you guys are sharing, and following at Simply Centrell on KYND and at Simply Centrell on Facebook. We are also waiting for your call-ins, guys. We are talking about the journey today, and it is 832-230-5592. Looking forward to having a conversation with you. Remember, this is all about you, and we are having real conversation. So let's talk a little bit more about the journey, because I know that as we move through this conversation, a lot of it is about me and me sharing with you so that you understand really how normal this is as I move from a space of where I was once in corporate America and also even in a private space, definitely not on a radio platform or any social media. For those of you who know me, definitely not spending much time on social media, and now actually being out and having more conversations. I was used to having those private conversations with friends and with family and talking about all of the things that we need to do to be better and to move forward. And that takes a lot. The mental piece where I start is to train my mind to do different things, right? Different things than maybe what I was taught or maybe even what I caught, because most of what we actually learn is what we catch. We see people around, we observe what they do, we observe how they speak, and no matter what it is, it's almost like picking up a little bit of slang. Someone says something, you listen to the context in which they use it, and then you're able to then repeat it and use it yourself. And sometimes we catch things that aren't necessarily the best thing for us. I want to make sure I focus on getting my mind right so that the things that I'm focusing on start from here. It starts in the mental. It starts from the things that I think. It starts from what I believe is possible in my life. And in order to kind of quiet the mind, because the mind is one of those things that runs away with you, you kind of have to have some tools and strategies. And I have a few that I use, and one of which I've shared with you is to give the mind something else to focus on. So as it's running away with you and it's kind of, random thoughts of, could be anything, maybe mostly negative things that are saying maybe you're not capable, or what you're doing, you're going down the wrong road, or that's the wrong path, or maybe that person that you just met with, you're saying, oh, they didn't think highly of me, or the way that they looked meant something else. We kind of tell ourselves all kinds of stories, and it just runs rampant. So to get rid of that, I give my mind something else to think about, and I literally speak those things, and I speak them out loud, even whether it's a whisper or not. I speak it out loud because I want to make sure that I'm in control. We are the controllers or the heads and of our bodies, of our actions. So in order to change that mindset, I start saying things like, I am capable, or I am strong, or I am having a great day, or what a wonderful opportunity I have before me. And I just keep speaking positive things. I am smart. I have strength, whatever it is, because as I'm doing that, the mind is no longer running away with me. It is actually focusing on the things that I'm saying. So in this journey, I've had to perfect that. And this is a constant thing. So I know we talk about some of the things that people do, and we don't realize really how intentional it is to build a better you. You literally have to change habits and make them a habit. I think I've read somewhere where it says it takes you 21 days, well, somewhere between 7 and 21 days, depending on who you speak to change a habit. I've even heard all the way up to 66 days. So think about that. There's 24 hours in a day. Whether you do something consistently for 7 days, 21 days, or even 66 days, you realize that there is time that you have to put into it. So The mental piece, you can't just do it once, because the mind is what drives everything else. It helps to propel you forward because your thoughts become your words become your actions. So everything links together. So when you get your mindset together, then all of the opportunities that come to you, they will become possibilities for you. You won't feel as though I don't have everything that they're asking for, so this is something I can't pursue. You will pursue it with confidence, knowing that what you have right now is enough, and you will build yourself up through your words. You will build yourself up through the things that you expose yourself to so that you can strengthen your mind. The other things that I do to strengthen my mind and to keep it from running rampant is I feed it with good knowledge. I feed it with things that are in line with what I want to create. So I want to create someone that's capable. I want to create someone who moves forward and tries different things without fear. And that is a constant, it's a constant thing that I have to do every day. So every day, every minute, every hour, we're doing that. And in order to get that knowledge, in order to strengthen that mindset, you have to read. You have to take in good things. And I know we're in the age and day of reality TV and all of my shows and all of the different music that's out there. And there's nothing wrong with those things in their time and place. I think that sometimes a little bit too much keeps you from staying focused on your goals and staying focused on the habits you're trying to create that are going to move you forward. Now, you may say watching your favorite TV show or listening to your favorite song, it could be something motivational. I don't know. I'm saying that there are a lot of shows out there that aren't feeding our best selves. And those things get in. They get into your mental. They get into your spiritual. You know, I heard someone say that when things go in, you take what you want and let the rest of it go away. Let it fall out. And I've never known anything to actually fall out. Like, once it goes in, you can't shake your head or turn your head to one side. Like, you know, when you're swimming in the pool, you get a little water in your ears and you can kind of tilt your head to the side and then the water starts to come out. Well, that's not how it works when you let bad things get in. When you let bad things get in, now you've got to overcome those things because they're in. They're in. So there's no having those things come out. You don't get to pull them out of your ears. You have to actually use tools. You have to use tips. You have to use tricks to make sure that you regain yourself, regain that strong foundation where your mind can now serve you for everything else, that it can serve you for the things you say, that it can serve you for your actions. So be mindful of the things that you're putting in. It's okay to do things in moderation. Just know that once those things come in, they will come out at some point, and sometimes at the most inopportune time. There have been times where I've been in a space where I wanted to say one thing and I said something totally different, and sometimes some things that are totally out of character because of what I had been listening to or exposing myself to, or even just hanging around people that were saying things that were maybe negative. And then you find yourself repeating those things or doing those things unintentionally. It just becomes something that's a part of you. So you want to guard those things. The other thing is the words, the language. I know we are on the heels of some pretty horrific events this past weekend, and we have to think about where those things stemmed from. Our language, the things that we say, also come from the things that we think. So what is it that you're saying? What are you doing to build yourself up? What's the self-talk? What's the conversations that you're participating in? Are you using your language to give life, to breathe life? Or are you using your language to tear down and to discourage? And it's not just to other people, because sometimes it's just ourselves. We could be the most positive people in the face of others, and then when we get home, We're not speaking words of encouragement to ourselves. We are not speaking words that build up our confidence or remind us of all the wonderful things we already possess. This is important. I would even say profanity. I don't know anything that's really positive about profanity, and I know we use it to emphasize a point sometimes. It can be a little bit much, right? Sometimes, have you ever been around someone who every other word almost seems like it's got some profanity in it, or maybe every sentence, that's just the way that they speak? I don't know how that makes you feel. I think that creativity in your language is important. You have to make sure that you are using positive words, positive references, positive impressions in the things that you say, because it not only affects you, it also affects the energy that you bring to the room. It also affects the people that you're around. And some of these things you may be doing and you don't even realize that you're doing them. I know that a lot of the things that I do, again, they were caught. So they're a part of my demeanor. They're a part of the way I operate on a daily basis. So I don't think about it. I just do it. And we really have to start honing in and paying attention to what we do. Are we smiling? Are we saying encouraging things? Are we lifting people up? Are we showing up for people in the things that we say and how we speak to people and how we speak to each other? I know that for a lot of people, confidence is a big issue because you don't feel like you are confident. What are you doing to build up your confidence? What are you saying to yourself? Most of us have accomplished a lot. Have you taken the opportunity to write down what you've accomplished? Well, this might be a good time to do it. You may be taking notes right now. I'm going to encourage you to take the opportunity to write down the things that you have accomplished. And I'm saying big and small, the things that you have done, whether or not you consider it accomplishment or not. Just think about that. What happened today? Did you get up and go to work? Did you actually perform well, get all the tasks done that you wanted to? Did you eat healthy? Did you choose a healthy meal? Did you smile at someone when you don't normally smile? Or did you try something new? These are things that you should write down. I'm sure you'll find that the list is long. So I'm encouraging you to find your confidence, and you find your confidence by building yourself up, by recognizing even the smallest of steps and actions that you take. I do this, and I recommend that you refer back to this list because you will find that you can add to the list every day. That every day there is something that you have done differently than the day before. You have to make it a point to actually write it down, though. So make sure that you are writing down your accomplishments. Matter of fact, take a moment to do that right now. We are actually going to take a break. I want to remind you to like, share, follow. Give us a call, 832-230-5592, right here at KYND, and we'll be right back.